Elon Musk arrived in a California courthouse today, so good luck getting an unbiased jury, bro, to wage legal war against OpenAI and Sam Altman. A little bit of context for those who are unaware. Musk was heavily involved in OpenAI in the early days. The primary purpose was to potentially avoid an AI apocalypse scenario. Its founding principles to be both not for profit and open source. Musk was the primary funder of OpenAI in the early days, pouring in millions upon millions upon millions of dollars. He also personally went to great lengths to recruit some of the best AI talent in the world to the organization. Yet despite its founding principles of being not for profit and open source, today somehow OpenAI has turned into a for-profit closed source entity, the polar opposite of its founding principles. And a very important question will be answered in this case. Is it okay to take the money of investors and donors claiming to be a charity, a not-for-profit entity, and then to miraculously pivot into a for-profit? Is it okay to betray your founding principles? Is it okay to take money from people who have a belief about you being a not-for-profit and then to make yourselves filthy stinking rich? We'll get to Elon Musk's testimony today, but first, let's hear what he recently had to say about OpenAI and his involvement in his own words.
The reason I founded OpenAI was because I was concerned, based on my conversations with Larry Page, who used to be a close friend of mine, that he was not sufficiently concerned about the dangers of AI. This really came to a head when, at my birthday party, he, in front of a large group of people, called me a speciesist for favoring humanity over computers. I found that troubling. I was like, Larry, what side are you on? It sounds like you're on the side of the computers, but you really need to be on Team Humanity here, you know. So after that, I was like, okay, this is it. We got to have some counterbalance to Google, because Larry doesn't seem to care if humans make it or not. So I thought, what's the opposite of Google? It would be an open source nonprofit. And that's where the word open in OpenAI comes from. It means open source. And I provided all the money, beginning, like whatever the Series A, B, C rounds, and recruited the key people like Ilya Sutskever, and taught them everything I know. And, you know, I actually even got them to deal with Microsoft, with Satya initially. I got Satya to donate some time from Azure. And for all that, I did not seek any financial reward whatsoever. And the reason I actually turned down the offer for shares is because, I mean, I felt like, what do you, shares in what? Like, nonprofits are supposed to have shares. At least last time I checked. You know, nonprofits are not supposed to be a vehicle for self-enrichment. So that's why I turned down the offer of shares, because it didn't seem morally or legally defensible.
It didn't seem morally or legally defensible, huh? Well, we are about to find out if it's... I mean, we already know it's not morally defensible, right? But whether or not it's legally defensible. On to highlights from Musk's testimony in just a second. But first, since we're talking about legal matters, if I happen to have been selected for the jury on this case, I would instantly have to recuse myself. I personally, as I posted back in 2025, believe Sam Altman is a psychopath. And to be clear, I'm not using that as a derogatory term or an insult, just an observation. And I explain why in this post. His faux and contrived persona, to me, seems to be an attempt to appear harmless, which includes his persistent use of perma lowercase. You might notice the dude literally, everything he types in written communication, all lowercase, has an intentionally meek voice and matching meek body language. I believe he is a serpent who has learned to mask his slithering. Clearly, I have quite a bias here. In fact, a user on X replied to this original post and I think summed it up perfectly. SMR420, I wonder who that is. I think he's pretending to be the internal thought process of Sam Altman. Quote, "They will never suspect me if I write like a 10-year-old girl and speak like a prepubescent boy." I shared this post again yesterday, just as a reminder to the general public. My personal opinion, of course. I don't know whether or not Sam Altman is a psychopath. There was some guy who replied, though. His name, Elon Musk, I think, seemed to agree, whoever that guy is. Anyway, let's get to the highlights from Musk's testimony. Sawyer Merritt posting a rough summary of Musk's 1 hour and 40-minute long testimony today, with some direct quotes. The first of which, quote, "It is not okay to steal a charity." What a shocking statement from Elon Musk, oh my gosh. If the defendants are found not guilty, this case will become case law. It'll give license to looting every charity in America. The consequences of this case go far beyond me or everyone here. the entire foundation of charitable giving in America will be destroyed. End quote. Now that may sound overly dramatic, but it's extremely accurate. This will absolutely become precedent. The decision will be cited in future cases. Is it okay to steal a charity? That's what it boils down to. Perhaps an analogy or two might illustrate the point. You hire a cleaner to clean your house. You're on holidays for the weekend, whatever, you're away, vacation. You expect to come home to a thoroughly cleaned house. You pay good money for this deep cleaning service. You head off for your beach vacation for the weekend, and when you return, instead of finding a clean home, you discover that the cleaner, quote unquote cleaner, has taken a shit on your dining table, smeared some of it on the walls just for good measure, created an abstract rendition of Starry Night on your bed sheets with the same excrement, strewn trash about the entire house, broken into your neighbours' yards, stolen their trash cans and dumped that in your house as well, and left every possible kind of body fluid in the bathroom. Did you get what you paid for? No. Were you deceived? Yes. Is this right? No. Or maybe you hire a chef to cook a meal, got some friends coming over on the weekend, want to give them a really fancy at-home experience. You pay the chef. Instead of the chef cooking for you as you've agreed, they turn up, they steal all your food from your refrigerator and leave. Is this right? No. Is this okay? No. You hire a hooker from, I don't know, like from the hooker app, wherever you hire a hooker from. Her name is Cindy. She's described as a hot chick. So Cindy turns up and has an Adam's apple and a dick. Did you get what you paid for? No. Did you get the opposite of what you paid for? Seems like it. Is this okay? Probably not. You start a charity. You solicit donations for people because you're a charity. After taking their money, you decide you're no longer a charity and have used that money to personally enrich yourself. Is that okay? No. I rest my case. Back to the summary. Musk says that OpenAI was founded as a non-profit, open source counterweight to Google, focused on AI safety. He also, and again, I mean, I should probably say allegedly, but fuck that shit, bro. He claims accurately the shift to a for-profit structure violated that mission. He says his AI concerns date back to conversations with Larry Page, who he felt wasn't taking AI risk seriously. Elon also says that he tried to warn Obama about AI, but Obama felt AI was not good enough back then to seem scary smart. And here's a direct quote from Musk. Here we are in 2026. AI is very smart. He also says that he believes AI could surpass human intelligence as soon as next year and poses existential risk in the hands of the wrong people. We can all imagine a scenario like this, right? Quote, if you have someone who's not very trustworthy in charge of AI, that's very dangerous for the whole world. Musk framed his companies, SpaceX, Neuralink, XAI, as part of a broader mission to protect humanity's future. Emphasized that OpenAI's original goal, AI for the good of humanity, was not profit-driven control. And Elon's main argument is that OpenAI abandoned its founding principles, and that precedent could reshape both AI governance and charitable trust. Now, let's wrap things up by taking a quick peek at the incredibly weak arguments we're hearing from OpenAI's lawyers via Michelle Kim on X, who put a great summary together as well. A quote from OpenAI's lawyer. Mr. Musk comes to this court claiming that promises were made to him and broken. But that's not why we're here. Quote, we're here because Mr. Musk didn't get his way at OpenAI, he says, and because he runs XAI, a rival company. Now, this was the opening statement from OpenAI's lawyers. I'm no legal expert, I'm just a midwit who creates content for a living. But if this is the best they've got, this is their opening statement, they're abso-fucking-lutely cooked and they know it. The reason they were all there today is because Musk was swindled. OpenAI took his money as a charity, founding principles to be a not-for-profit, and then magically turned into a for-profit entity and has massively enriched a number of people, including Scam Altman, Greg Brockman, and many others. Surely that's not okay. OpenAI's lawyers sound so desperate to try and frame this about Elon being like a petulant child. Oh, he didn't get his way. He's butthurt. And suggesting that it's because he runs XAI. This makes no sense. By the way, any proceeds from a settlement, if Musk wins this, are actually going to be directly contributed to an OpenAI not-for-profit. So they would have obviously, had this not been the case, well, he's just trying to personally enrich himself, blah, blah, blah. But that's out the fucking window. So this is all they've got. Oh, he's just trying to harm a competitor. It's not because we fucked him over or anything. Plus, he really doesn't like not getting his way. Absurd, bro. The gall of these lawyers is unbelievable. The earlier analogy, you hire a cleaner, and instead of cleaning the house, they trash it. The opening statement from their lawyers in court will be similar. We are not really here today because person A hired a cleaning service, and instead of cleaning the house, the cleaner trashed their house and made it far dirtier. messier, and less clean. No, we are actually here today. The real reason we are here today is because the person who hired the cleaner really doesn't like not getting their way when they pay a commercial service to do a specific job that doesn't get done. They really don't like when that happens. It's nothing to do with the cleaner trashing the house. They just really don't like getting their way. Plus, I mean, technically, the person who hired the cleaner who's really mad that they didn't clean and instead trashed the house could be viewed as competing with the cleaner because usually they clean the house themselves. So maybe there's a competitive conflict of interest here. I mean, bro, this was their opening argument. They're so fucking cooked. Want more content? Early access? Bunch of perks? Click the links in the pinned comment. AG1 has been part of my daily health protocol for almost half a decade. It's packed full of vitamins and minerals and helps me fill in nutritional gaps while supporting energy, digestion, and immune function. It also has prebiotics and probiotics to promote gut health. I take my health very seriously, and so should you. Try AG1 today by visiting drinkag1.com/SMR or click the link in the pinned comment and enjoy a free welcome kit with vitamin D3 plus K2 and AG1 travel packs. That's drinkag1.com/SMR.